Hey,
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
you're watching Facebook Live or YouTube Live. There on the screen is Tracy Arntzen and Jessica Fisher from Saving Susan Ministry. Tracy, Jessica, how are you?
Fantastic. Thanks so much for having us.
Now, it's been so long since we've talked to Tracy. Now, she's actually not in Georgia right now. She's in Florida, where it is a sunny, no, I'm sorry, it is a cold, rainy 52 degrees.
Rub it in, why don't you?
Yeah.
It should be looking like the back of Dan's picture there, his
Yeah.
backpack, but
This is not what it looks like right now. Is that what
not
you're
right
saying?
now. But maybe Thursday. They're calling for that Thursday. So yeah.
Okay, that's good.
So we're glad to be here. Thanks for having us. I know it's been a while.
Absolutely. We're so glad to, it's too bad we missed Jay, but it's all good. I'm sure the beard has grown back since the last time we saw him.
No,
when he shaved it at the
clean shaven.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to talk with that man.
He will be jealous when he sees your beard, Rick.
So Tracy, catch us up a bit. It's been a while. You guys are just like gangbusters, just continue to do this and have so much effect all around the planet here. Let's talk about it. What's going on?
Yeah, we currently have 6 church partners, so we're really excited about that. And we are now in 5 different orphan communities, so we've expanded our footprint a little bit in Cambodia and Guatemala. But it's been tough. I mean, it's been really tough because we can't take people in country. But one of the real exciting things we did in 2021 was we formed a associate board, which is why I've invited Jessica to be on with us today. We just felt like it was time for us to take a step and invite and engage the younger generation into the work that we're doing. Not only for the future of the ministry, but also we think they have a lot to teach us.
Yeah.
And so Jessica is one of our associate board members, and we're real excited about that. Right now we have 8 members on that board. We're looking to expand it. So we are looking for other young people who have a heart for orphan care and a heart for missions. So that's real exciting.
Very cool. Jessica, what was it about Saving Susan that made you go, this is something I can really get behind?
Yeah. So little tidbit, side story. I am a personal trainer, and Jay was one of my clients several years back. And I heard so many stories of him, visiting these orphans in Cambodia specifically is what, he shared stories about. And every time I was just so captured and intrigued by the stories, and my heart melted a little bit. Every time he told me a story, I'm like, I want to be part of that. And I told him several times, I want to go on a trip. I want to join you. And then this opportunity presented itself, and Tracy came to me and asked if I had any interest in potentially being part of the associate board. And I felt like it was, green light, go. But obviously I took a step back, and I came back to her and said, you know what? I want to pray about it first, but first instinct is 100% yes. But I want to make sure that all things are right, and that I'm, stepping into it in the right light. So
you bring up something which would be a great. I mean, there are folks that are building boards and wanting to touch folks, and I love the trying to get the younger generation into it to get both ideas and to continue the amazing fruit that's been going on for a long time. How do you gather other board members? Tracy, about the same. You said, hey, pray about this. This is what we want to do. How do you do that? How do you find 8? That's quite a few, isn't it?
We do through people that we know, people that learn about the ministry. We don't just go out and ask someone first. We usually engage. We find that there's a connection point, like God has either touched their heart, like Jessica said, when Jay would talk about it, her heart would just stir. And so we're constantly praying for new board members, and our executive board, after serving 3 to 4 years, a board member will roll off and we'll bring on a new, but it's usually through prayer, and God laid on our hearts to ask Jessica and the others. A couple of the members on the board, the younger associate board, have been in country with us. And we see that God just kind of captures their heart. So it's really exciting. I love that she took time to pray about it instead of just, saying, oh, yes. So that's really great. And she led an initiative last year. She was the first one right out of the gate as soon as the board formed, and she did a fundraiser. So Jessica, why don't you tell them a minute about what that was?
Yeah, so I know that I spoke quickly about kind of personal training history. I work at a local gym called Twisted Cycle, and we were just kind of sitting around the table at one of our associate board meetings and talking about how we can just expand the knowledge and help people understand what Saving Susan Ministry is, and how do we maybe raise support for some of these orphanages. So I thought, well, I have a gym and I have an opportunity to maybe lead a class that we could bring people in. So my idea was, let me, just open the gym up on an off time and lead a class. Obviously I do it for free, and the people that come, instead of paying for the class, they donate whatever dollar amount they want to, and that would go directly to, 100% of the money raised would go to Saving Susan Ministry. And, then we further talked about, well, what could we do specifically within the ministry? And we thought it would be a cool idea to raise money for sports equipment and things that we could place in the orphanages that would make like a direct impact, also related to the fitness industry, so that these fitness gurus would love that idea also. So it was just a really cool way to really just bring Saving Susan Ministry to the community and raise awareness first, and then raise finances secondly, and then just raise about it. So we had several people participate and raise somewhere around $2,500. And it was just a super fun opportunity. I doing it. People came, we put on a full class, fitness related, but throughout the class kind of just gave little tidbits about the ministry and about these orphans, and people loved it. We had a great turnout. So super fun.
I love how you took what you're passionate about and what God has gifted you with and said, I'll use this, and we'll use that to help the ministry. That's amazing. And Tracy, I'm sure when you guys heard that, you were like, this is exactly what we wanted with the associate board, right?
Right.
Yeah. That's awesome.
We have another associate board member who has approached her church, a very large church in Atlanta, about partnering with us. And we approached that church several years ago, but we were told, well, unless one of our members is somehow involved. And when we asked her to be, this is how God works. When we asked her to serve on the board, because she had gone in country with us, we didn't even know that was a church she attended.
Wow.
So we're in conversations with them, and that's exciting. So yeah, it's really awesome.
Yeah. Wow.
We're talking about Saving Susan Ministry. You can go to savingsusanministry.org to find out more and be a part of it. All right, Tracy, 2022, you mentioned it's been a little difficult to travel. Do you see that breaking loose at all in 2022? Now, that's not stopped your influence in those countries with Cambodia and Guatemala, but what do you see coming up?
Well, we really do hope that we're going to be able to take some trips later in 2022. We did take one trip to Guatemala in 2021. It was a very small team of only 6, but it had some challenges. And we recognize that churches are not taking mission trips. And it's hard. It's hard for people because that's how the church, serves the globe, by going in country and taking mission trips. And a lot of people who have been on mission trips have been multiple times. So they miss their friends in country. They miss their missionary friends. So we recognize that, it's harder for the church to impact the mission field because we can't go. We recognize that when teams are going, it's difficult. There's more challenges around traveling in country. There's more challenges getting teams prepared to go, people willing to go. So Jay and I were supposed to go to Cambodia in February. It looks like we're going to push it back a little bit till March. So again, just the 2 of us will go, but we are planning a trip later this fall to Guatemala and one to Cambodia. So we're going to plan for it and start recruiting teams to go, and we'll just, see one day at a time if we can get in country, but we do hope that we can.
Yeah.
Because we want to impact the mission field, even though we can't be there right now.
Right.
We are launching a new campaign to try to really make a big impact.
Well, tell us about the campaign. How can folks get involved? What does it look like?
So we are trying to parent partner, which is our childship sponsorship program. It's called Parent Partnering. We want to parent partner 30 kids or sponsor 30 kids in 30 days. We're going to launch mid-February. So it's very little investment to change the life of one of these children. You know, I think people hear about what parent partnering is and they get a little leery and kind of step back because they're not sure about the commitment. But really, for just a few dollars a day, and really, it just takes 30 to 60 minutes a month. If you look at how much time we spend on social media, how much time people scroll through their phones and, you know, on their laptops, and social media has done a lot of good. But for 30 minutes a month, we can impact the life of a child. So our sponsorship program is unique. As you know, it's more relational than just, you know, funding and getting a letter or two once or twice a year. So what we ask is that families would be willing to jump on a Zoom call with their child that they're sponsoring once or twice a month and just get to know them, just spend time with them, talking to them, maybe reading the Bible with them, sharing their life, asking about their life. And once these children are parent partnered, then when they graduate high school, they can apply for our college or trade school scholarship program. And that's really where we can impact the mission field.
Yeah, definitely.
By getting these kids an education and giving them a future and a career, then they're Christian leaders in their countries.
Love that. Tracy Arntzen and Jessica Fisher, Saving Susan Ministry, savingsusanministry.org. 30 kids in 30 days. You said 30 minutes. That's about what, a minute a day for a month? Something like that? Wow. Really cool. I love how you broke that down. savingsusanministry.org. Hey, we'd love to have you guys back on when you come back from your trip, kind of check in, see what you saw, and continue to push what's going on at Saving Susan.
And I'll throw this in for Jessica. If you're ready to start working out, go to Twisted Cycle and say, hey, I need Jessica to whip me into shape like she did Jay Arntzen.
Yeah, she really did. She really did. She kind of helped Jay change his exercise routine.
Good. Way to go, Jessica.
Yeah, way to go, Jessica. Tracy and Jessica, Saving Susan. We got to take a break. We'll be right back. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
This is Faith Talk Live.